Chapter 2. Completed the first chapter. I don't know why you're recording my Steam fucking pop-ups.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay? You probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
You're a creepy motherfucker, I tell you.
She's awake, Doctor.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything.
Yes,
Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please, don't try to speak. What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Alright.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
Alright. Thanks, mate. I guess time didn't pass much in real life. It's usually how these things work.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone.
Alright, mate.
My name is Liz, by the way. Hi. I'm
Hi.
sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately.
It's not that
Oof,
bad,
I hate
Liz.
this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan?
That's
So
me.
anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are
Sure.
so lucky. It's crazy. You
Oh, yeah.
doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million.
Yeah.
I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery.
Oh, for sure.
One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will.
Yep.
Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old.
Damn straight.
Just wanted to say you're lucky. I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things.
Yeah.
Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
Why do you look like the other one? Wait, was her name Liz? Yeah, probably. Never mind me, never mind me. It's fine. Interesting. Oh. My hands are good at mine. Excuse me. What the heck? What the fuck?
Bad dream?
Very bad dream. Yeah, a really bad.
A really bad one.
Yeah,
I knew
was
it.
fried.
I could see as soon as I came in the room that you were having a nightmare. I guess I shouldn't have woken you up. What was it about?
I was burnt alive.
Actually, it reminds me of something that happened the other day.
Oh, really?
There was this woman on the emergency unit, and she really wanted to smoke, you know? But they wouldn't let her, of course. She wasn't well at all, not just injured, but not right in the head. She was on 10 litres of oxygen through the face mask. She had to stay in bed, she was told. But she wouldn't listen, of course, and as soon as they'd left, she lit up a fag. The whole room went up in flames, and so did she. I guess you didn't really want to know that, did you? That's just me and my big gob. Typical. I never know when to shut up.
I mean, all I'm doing here, lady, is lying in a bed, you know, like... You know, you
What
could tell me all the
happened to
stories.
me?
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then
Yeah, we really need
I
to
woke
say
up
that
here,
stuff.
and I saw you. Can you now tell me who found me, and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you'd sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter.
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden? Susan?
So I don't have a daughter?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied.
Yes.
It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry. How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back. You went to the intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it Die Ward, because all the patients who come here want to die. It's a suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, But you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you. But Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now, why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing.
I think we all know
Maybe.
what happened.
Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells
Clean?
funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me.
That's not creepy.
Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure, but it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills. Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
No.
Maybe.
Sure.
Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right?
Why?
I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
Well, I can know more about this.
Tell me
Dr.
more
X?
about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman,
Oh, okay, so
but everyone just calls him Dr. X.
Okay, and you can ask
He
him
comes on the ward
okay.
often, usually late in the
Alright.
afternoon or in the evening.
Sorry.
I
this is
personally
not
really
okay.
like him. But you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah,
All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive.
I bet.
Some doctors won't even say hello to you. But Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I
bet.
might take him up on his offer.
This guy seems
What are they
creepy.
saying about him?
Oh yeah, They say he's a big flirt.
Yeah.
Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair.
Linda.
Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her
Yeah,
again.
I'm sure she did.
Now, why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay?
Oh, well.
He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh,
Well, maybe
thanks for the warning.
it's
I'll try
cleaning
not to get too
products
close to him.
to clean up
Now
the
that I
blood.
think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me.
Yeah.
Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet.
I mean,
So,
you're telling me shit.
Be
you would
prepared for that.
Sure,
Tell your mother.
but it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills.
Alright.
I'm tired. Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up. Right?
Oh, for sure.
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan. This
ready.
isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
Well, I don't know which one of these options. Did you have a great dad? Was he bad? Did you have no father? You know what? Let's go spice.
I was brought up without a father.
I understand he wasn't there when you were growing up. Can you tell me why? What happened to him?
He... left when I was little. One night he just packed his suitcase and left. I was about 8 at the time. He didn't say goodbye, didn't even look at me. I remember watching him walk away. It was winter, getting dark early. He just disappeared into the night, and I never saw him again.
Let's talk about your mother now. What
Gotta
was
give it-
she like?
Gotta give him some
Would you
drama.
care to tell me about her?
I can't complain. My mum was great. She did her best to make up for the loss of my father.
Yeah.
Me and her, we were like best friends, like soulmates. We did everything together. She passed away 7 years ago. Her forever broken heart finally gave up. But she did give me a wonderful childhood, despite everything that happened. I will always love her for that.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
What is that? Oh, hospital band. Gotcha. Salmon. Just looking at this pillow makes me wonder how many people have died with their heads on it yet. I'm sure it's been washed many times since then, but it still sends a chill down my spine. Yeah, if you think about it like that. Come think about it. I only died here myself? Yeah. Wait, I did die from it, didn't I? Yes. Yes, you did. There's nothing interesting under the pillow. Okay. Cool. Now we don't need to lie down. Is there anything over here? No. What else? Clock. The needles are stuck at 10:08. Wow. Is that when I died? It's probably broken. Or maybe it just needs new batteries. Maybe. The gloves rack. It's full of latex gloves. 3 different sizes. Take some gloves. Take a lot of gloves. Let's just take one glove. Oh, I didn't get to look at the sink. It pushed me out before I could look at the sink. What does this do? Why would we do this? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Oh, good to know I can use the sink, eh? Drug chart. Read. It's a list of drugs for patient inside room 2. That'd be mine, right? I guess that's me then. I'm on a lot of sedatives, it appears. The stuff they're giving me could knock out a horse. And give it a headache for a week, too. It could also cause hallucinations and paranoia. How bizarre. Why would they want to give me all that? I'm not crazy, I know that for sure. If anyone's crazy here, it's someone who put me on all this medication for no good medical reason. Yeah. Flowers. Bunch of chrysanthemums? Okay. I hate flowers. What do they smell like? Oh, okay. It's fair enough, it's fair enough. What's over here? The door. Examine the door. It's a toilet door. Oh, well. Go have a look. There's some...
Hello?
Oh.
I guess I should wait my turn.
Well, yeah, probably. Anyway. It's over here. What's this door? Side room 2. They must be keeping another suicide in that case in there. Okay, so that's... Yeah, that's not my room. Okay. Wait. Wait, what? Side room 2. How are there 2 side rooms? Side room 1, bro. The list of drugs for patient in side room 1 and some notes. Okay, according to this, her name is Anne Burton, 35 years of age. She's taking lots of sedatives and has a long history of drug abuse. It seems that on top of it all, she's taking methadone for heroin withdrawal syndrome. Okay. At the bottom of the page is a note saying she's actually a private patient who's staying here out of her own free will. Lucky lady. I guess it won't be so easy for me to leave the ward. Okay. Hey nurse, look at her. Stare at her. I bet she thinks those red rimmed glasses make her look attractive. I know her kind all too well. Completely dedicated to her club, yet totally brainless and closed-minded. Wow, that's some judging.
I feel much better now. Can you please discharge me?
I'm glad to hear that. But I can't discharge you until Dr. X sees you. He should be doing his round very soon. Please return to your bed and wait for him, alright?
Well. Read that. The discharge letter from Anne Burton, currently a patient side room 1. It seems she has admitted herself into hospital and is allowed to leave whenever she wishes. Yoink.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't leave them out on the desk for everyone to see.
If you are looking for something to read, we have some magazines for patients here.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
Hold this. Let's just snoop everything. It's this paper files I got up in the desk. She'll just tell me to. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Where's the exit?
It's just down the corridor, ma'am.
Thanks. I'll be on my way then.
Can I see the discharge letter first?
A discharge letter? What for?
Some of our patients are under observation and aren't allowed out of the ward. For their own safety, of course.
It sounds like we're prisoners here.
It's for the patient's safety, ma'am. If you haven't been discharged by the doctors, I'm afraid I can't let you through. May I ask what your name is?
My name is Susan Ashworth. Can I go now?
If you've not been discharged, I can't let you out, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you, ma'am. You should talk to the doctor first and come back with a letter and some form of identification.
Well, that's bloody rude, isn't it? What's going on here? Oh. Another suicidal patient. Strange. Looks like someone I know.
Hi. Are you alright? Can we talk for a minute?
I can't talk. Please, just leave me alone.
Oh, I mean you no harm. I'm trapped here, just like you.
Trapped? I don't know. It's just so hard to think without it. But you're a stranger. And you're not one of those lovely nurses either. They look after me so well. I trust the nurses like I trusted my mother.
I just want to talk. I need your help.
Unless it's Mother who sent you. Was it her? Please tell me it was her.
Yeah, sure. I'm a good friend of your mother.
I miss her so much. I can't remember you very well. But you should know this. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Yeah, sure I do. Now, let me ask you.
What is it?
Oh, well...
What is my mother's name?
Mary?
No, you're wrong.
Damn it.
Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Fine. Already examined it. Bin. Examine it. It looks like it hasn't been emptied for a while. There are lots of discarded medication pots in there, among other gross stuff. Okay. Search. I'll take one of those medication pots. Okay. A note. Please stop writing messages on the mirror. While we are currently experiencing difficulties maintaining high level of cleanliness due to sudden absence of our cleaning staff. We ask all patrons to be considerate and help us keep the ward tidy. Okay. I can't look at myself. Huh? The mirror is cracked. A large shard of glass is lying on the side. I'll just remember that's there. It works. Okay. Bell. Toilet. Okay. It's rather filthy. Okay. Open it. Now look at it. Go to the toilet. Okay. Flush it. It works. Do you need to use it? I'm dying for a wee ever since we got. Okay. That's good. Okay, good. Yeah. Not really into watching that, but now flush it again. Close the lid. Be good. Sink. I'm gonna go with that. Can I use it? No. You're not gonna wash your hands? Okay. Well, I don't know what the fuck to do now. What is this? One thing I haven't done is call for assistance. And this bell. Press. What does this do?
Someone is coming.
Yeah.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Yeah.
Are you really? You look fine to me.
No, I'm really not feeling well.
Fine, I'll call the doctor for you. But I can't help it if he's busy and can't get here straight away. In the meantime, I know how to make you feel better. I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Susan Ashworth, 24th of May, 1970.
I'm just going to check your name band now to confirm that. That's fine. That's fine. I'd like you to drink this liquid, please. It will help you relax. It will help you relax.
Saying things twice. Take drugs.
That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Thanks, mate. Yo. What's going on here? Things have all changed. Oh boy. Now we don't have to open the door anymore. We'll examine it, let's see what it says. The toilet door. Yeah. Alright. This is side room on this surround sound. Hopefully you don't have to taking a turn. No, we don't want to go to bed yet. That would be boring. What's going on here? Let's go searching this creepy ass place, huh? Oh, don't care about that door. Oh, wow. What is that? Narcotic card. Interesting. Come back to that. What's over here with the security guards for? Nothing? Okay. Let's have a look. So hard to concentrate. Is this thing filled with drugs? Use that. I'm sure we'll do that. Okay. Have that. Use that. Yeah, stab that thing. Red liquid is gushing out. Yeah. Okay. Did I just stab someone? Is that what's happening? Well, all we can do now is just lie down, I guess. Bed, lie down. That's the wrong way. But, okay, yeah. Fair enough. Alright. Welcome back to hell. We're on a mission. We're on a goddamn mission. A goddamn mission. Alright. No, we don't do that. We go down. Oh, then we flush? Yeah. Oops. Oh shit. Something's going on here. There's someone coming.
Someone is coming.
Look, nurse, I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck
You
happened.
rang the bell. Is there an emergency?
She didn't just see this emergency?
What? Well, that's hardly an emergency.
Oh,
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute.
damn straight.
Oh, it's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands dirty since the cleaner's called in sick.
Yep. Get on with it. I'm just gonna rest real quick. Just gonna have a nice little rest. Sure is, mate. Wait, do I just leave? G'day, mate.
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through.
Oh.
I'll need to see a discharge letter from your
Yeah,
doctor
yeah,
first.
sorry, my bad. Oh,
Are you happy?
she just does it? Hey.
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Anne Burton?
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go. Can I go now?
Of course. Thank you, Mom. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
No, you won't. Now get out of my way.
See you, bitches. Do I look around? Nah. Storage room door. It's locked. Well, that's boring. Oh, this one. Oh, employees only. Ooh. Do I dare? Yeah, I do. Oh, fun. That's no fun, is it? Downward. Exit. Let's go. Oh.
And you must be Susan Ashworth.
No.
Well, perhaps I am.
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I was just going for a little walk, stretch my legs, get some fresh air.
Nuh-uh.
Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax.
No, he's finally here, so this works for me.
You have been prescribed wrong medication. I apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
Give you some fucking
On
medication.
time. You have no idea what I've been through.
Once again, I'm truly sorry, I promise no more drugs.
Oh, you're
will be
gonna
given
die,
to you.
clan.
I personally guarantee you will have a good, peaceful sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
can't I go tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without a full psychiatric assessment.
I'll give you an assessment,
It's too
bitch.
late for it now. but
Your
I
head rolling
promise
along
you'll
the
have a chat in my office
fucking
first thing in the morning, okay?
assessment.
And then you can go home. Is that all right?
I haven't really got much choice, have I?
Nope, sorry, ma'am. Yeah.
Now I'd like to ask you
Looking
some
ass.
questions about your life, Susan. You might find them very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
Fine.
Sure thing,
Let's
dog.
get it over with then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand.
I bet you do.
So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
Our friend did
I
bring
live
us
with a
in.
friend. She must be worried sick about me.
A friend? Really? I'm confused. In your suicide note, you said you live alone.
Well, clearly a friend brought me here, so...
Okay. I love
Nah, Susan, you suck.
You shouldn't be afraid of opening up, Susan.
No, I know.
Please, it's for your own good that we're doing this.
Oh,
We
yeah.
need to figure out where things have gone wrong.
The longer this
How to
takes,
fix them.
the worse it's gonna be for you,
I'll
Doc.
need a time machine for that, Doctor.
A human mind is the best time machine you can get, Susan.
Hmm.
All we need is for you to relax and be honest with me. Can we do that?
Yes, Doctor.
What do you do for a living?
What do I feel like I'm doing right now?
I'm between jobs at the moment. I'll find something soon. But it's been difficult. I didn't feel that great. I felt weak and powerless and tired most of the time. I felt...
And make him think I'm not about to rip his heart out his chest.
Typical depression symptoms. We can give you something for that. You'll feel stronger and motivated.
I admire your faith in modern medication, Doctor. I hope you're right.
Describe to me what your mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
Strong coffee and smoke. I mean, that's my bee's favorite. Eat breakfast, cereal. No, we don't want to do that. Cup of tea, read a newspaper. You know what? Let's just.
I lie in bed
Let's
awake.
just
Can't
make him
myself
feel
open my eyes.
like he's got a chance right now.
I'm scared of the coming day. I know already what'll happen.
And what's that, Susan?
Nothing, really. Nothing at all happens in this stupid, empty life. Sometimes I wonder why I even get dressed. What for? For who? I hardly ever get out of the flat anyway.
Would you say that you feel safer at home than outside?
Yeah, I suppose. It's not really about safety. I've just felt sad for a long time now. Really sad.
Really, really, really sad.
Somehow it brings me down even more when I go out and see all those happy, successful people. It makes me feel more like a failure. If I don't see it, it doesn't hurt that much.
What
I'm
do you
so
think is
vulnerable.
missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing that you think would make your life better?
Your heart in my hands. It'd be nice to have more money. No, that would be nice. Good friend. Nah. I wish I was better. Come on, Susan. Something to fight for, you know, a reason you want. Yeah, something to fight for.
Something to fight for, you know? A reason to go on.
A knife,
There's always
maybe.
a reason to live. Sometimes we just don't see it that clearly.
Well, Doctor, I must have gone all blind then, because I can't see any.
Have you ever attended group therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
Yes, it didn't help much, as you can see.
Shut your ass,
Just
Doctor.
something to think about. I can see you're really willing to open up and talk about your issues. That's a positive sign.
I haven't really talked about my feelings for a long time.
You're doing very well so far.
What is that creepy shit in the top left, Dad?
You have problems sleeping.
What is that shit? Every night, Doctor, every night.
I take pills for that.
Especially when it's like fucked up paintings like this. What is going on there?
In the light of recent events, I think you should stay off those pills for a while. I suggest you drink some hot milk before bed instead. Would you describe for me how you feel at the moment?
A little bit of bloodlust. Nothing too bad. Oh yeah,
Feel like
total
the whole
sub
world
story.
is against me.
Do you find it hard to concentrate?
Yes, sometimes.
Yep.
Do you drink alcohol, Susan?
Alcohol.
Only
Depends.
sometimes.
I'd suggest you don't consume any alcohol at all for a while. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big drinker anyway.
Sometimes when life
Might switch
gets
over
too
to the
much,
blood of my enemies.
people feel sad or upset. They think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
We'll get middle of the road on this one.
I used to think about
We
it.
don't want to be admitted.
Don't you think about it when you're really down?
Susan, I'm a psychiatrist. My job is to talk people out of it. Would you ask a fireman if he ever thinks about setting fire to his house?
Yeah, sometimes actually, yeah.
But I'm sure lots of people have times when they do think about it.
I couldn't say, Susan. The statistics show that men are 3 times more likely than women to commit suicide. That puts you in the minority. But of course, that's missing the point. Suicide is never the solution.
Call me Steven, I
It's
guess.
a way of solving whatever problem you might have.
I realize that now.
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
Yeah.
Nothing was making me happy anymore.
Doom and
There
despair.
wasn't a single thing that would bring a smile to my face. I kept thinking, won't it be better if I just disappear? I tried. I really tried to find something. Took a long bath, picked up a book, watched some television, but I just couldn't get into anything. All those things seemed like worthless distractions, and I myself felt obsolete, needless. It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried for the past 3 hours. I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Sometimes, when I feel really low, I used to think everyone would be happier without me. But I guess people don't really care. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
American blood? Oh, no, sorry. Definitely the cats.
I always put out a bowl of food for the stray cats. They're ever so grateful. I like their company.
What makes you feel worse?
People. They've let me down too many times. I don't know who to trust anymore. I only trust my cats these days.
So you say in the suicide note.
Because that's true. I've been stabbed in the back more times than I could count.
Have you imagined your funeral and how people will react to your death?
Probably nobody would come anyway. Can you imagine it? Now that's a sad picture. Loved by no one. Missed only by some cats. No tears shed for me. No flowers on my grave. But that's okay. I never liked flowers. I wouldn't miss that.
Yeah, she really wouldn't fuck touch the
Finally,
flowers.
I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Eric?
Yes, your husband. I believe this might be important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
It's just nothing to talk
about.
Fine. I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask, are you going to do it again?
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here. There's just one more thing I must clear.
Oh yeah, what's that, buddy?
What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But...
Please, you must follow me. Quickly.
Oh.
I went after her. The ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Hurry!
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here.
Yeah, Liz, you bitch. Oh, blah, 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 no action.
The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute.
Yes.
Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you. Please trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape. Let's go down this corridor. I'll be right behind you.
That's spicy. Wait. Did they kill her? Oh my god. Oh, that's what it was. Alright, where are we going, mate?
I think I can hear someone coming.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way.
Girl, you fucking...
Turn left here. We can use the maintenance lift to get us out of this place.
Alright, mate. Okay. Oh. I was there the whole time. Liz got murdered. And now I can kill the creepy motherfucking doctor.
What are we doing on the roof? Liz. What the hell are you doing? And why is there blood on your clothes? Liz.
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway. This is the only way out of here. The only escape.
Oh, I'm immortal. Liz, who are you?
It won't hurt. You'll see.
Liz, who the fuck are you?
This
It
is a
would be more
bad
calm
idea.
about.
Calm down and we'll talk.
I've made up my mind. I need to end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway. No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
I listened. You're a nice girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
So do you remember that story then? The one I told you the other night?
Ooh.
The one about the woman in A&E?
I think it was this.
Yeah. She smoked a cigarette and burned in bed.
Okay. You
Yeah, that's right, Liz. Motherfucker.
right.
Who you think I is,
It was
bruh?
just a blind guess.
Mm.
But I must jump anyway. I have no choice.
Wait! Please stop and think for a second.
Did you not hear what I said? I have no choice.
Yes, you do! You can choose to come back inside with me, and we'll just forget this like it never happened, okay?
Do you remember that other thing I told you? I'm sure I told you about my flatmates. Did I tell you what one of them does for a living?
Oh shit.
I bet you don't remember that.
Yeah, she's a fucking
She's
trooper,
a
bro. I remember now.
Yes. Or at least that's what I think she is.
Mm-hmm.
You've listened.
Bitch.
I just wish other people did.
I'm sure they do. It can't be that bad.
What do you know? Why do you care anyway?
I don't want you to make the same mistake I did.
I thought you of all people knew how it feels. When you're trapped and you can't trust anyone.
Look, I'm sure there must be someone who cares about you.
My colleagues don't care. My family don't care. Even my fucking boyfriend never cared. He said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
I think it was Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Mm.
Valentine's Day. You and I could have been good friends, you know. You really listened to everything I said after all.
That's right. And you talked a lot of shit.
When you need help, I'll be there, Susan. But right now, it's time for me to let go.
No!
You're that old bitch in the fucking forest, mate. Get out of here. I'm immortal. I should follow her. Although I can't act, this is a memory. Well. RIP Liz. 2012 to
I
2012.
went back. I tried telling people about Liz, but they all thought I was crazy again and didn't believe me.
And you are absolutely sure you saw Liz jump off this building?
You know, it doesn't matter. I just want to finish this and get some fresh air.
Susan, I know Liz well. She wouldn't do something like that. As a matter of fact, I saw her this morning. She's fine. I'd like you to come with me and see her. Say hi. Make sure she's alright.
Sounds dodgy.
Stop treating me like I'm crazy. Fine, I'll go. I don't even care that much anyway.
Can we find another sharded mirror?
The door is locked?
I plan ahead, Susan. I had a feeling in my
Yeah, here he is. Yes, the creepy fucking doctor.
Got to know you, though. I'm very sorry you've had such a difficult life.
Oh, you're gonna have a difficult life soon, buddy.
I like your green eyes and your sleek cheekbones.
I bet you do, buddy.
Girl, Susan, but the sadness has poisoned you for too long. There is no coming back from it.
Yeah, you see that sign next to you? It's gonna be you, bitch, when I peel your skin off your fucking face.
I would have let you go if it wasn't for Liz.
Oof. Yeah, you're gonna fucking regret that. Yeah, you fucking sucker, bitch. You don't know what's coming for you, son. You're gonna know, though.
The slowest way possible.